What is hypnosis and will I lose control? So a lot of people I talk to, they have worries when it comes to hypnosis, especially the idea of losing control. So in this video, I'm going to dive deep into some of these concerns. I'll try to help by giving you some useful information, and I hope to put your mind at ease. So first of all, what is hypnosis and will I lose control? So let's get started with the fundamental question, what is hypnosis? So this is a simple question, but unfortunately it does not have a simple answer. That would just be too easy, wouldn't it? So the reason for that is that if you were to do an online search for the definition of hypnosis, you may come back with 10 different answers, or maybe even more. So instead, let's ask the question, what is a trance state? Now, a hypnotic trance is a natural state of deep relaxation and focused attention, and it allows your subconscious mind to be more receptive to positive suggestions for change. Now, I find the easiest way to think about hypnosis and trance is like this. When was the last time you got lost in a great film? Maybe it was at the cinema, or maybe it was at home, and you were busy eating your popcorn, and then you realized that you'd become so fixated on the film for 10 minutes straight without touching another piece of popcorn. Or let's say you arrive somewhere by car, but you don't remember the drive there. You'd taken all those turns, you'd made all those decisions while your conscious mind was elsewhere. You still got there safely, but you were in this trance-like state. Now, your subconscious mind was safely and automatically handling the learned task of driving, while your conscious mind was deeply focused on something else. This experience perfectly demonstrates that in a trance, you are still aware, still in control, and your mind is simply highly focused, just in a different way. This phenomenon of becoming so engrossed and focused on something initiates this trance-like feeling, and many refer to it as the everyday trance. Now, in a therapeutic setting, I will guide you into this state of deep physical and mental relaxation. In this trance, your conscious mind, which is the part of you that overthinks, analyzes and worries, this part becomes calmer, allowing your subconscious mind, which is the part that holds habits, beliefs and imagination, to become more open and receptive to positive and beneficial suggestions. You remain fully aware and in complete control throughout the entire process. The trance is simply the state that we use to have a direct, quiet conversation with your subconscious mind to help you make those lasting positive changes. Next question, will I lose control? Okay, so we've had a look at what hypnosis is. The next big question I get asked a lot is, will I lose control? Now, many people come to me after watching Derren Brown or a stage hypnotist in university, and they'll ask things like, will I end up clucking like a chicken? So in response to the question, what is hypnosis and will I lose control? The answer is no. You won't lose control, and you certainly won't end up clucking like a chicken. But let's address this concern of control a little bit more. So during hypnosis, you are always in control. Now that's really important that we understand that and we take the time to let that sink in. And that's because this image of losing control puts a lot of people off trying hypnotherapy when it could really benefit them to do so. So why do so many people think you lose control during hypnosis? Well, this one may seem obvious to many people, and that's because it's how it looks when we watch a stage hypnotist at work. It looks like the hypnotized subject has no control over what they're doing. The truth is that they do. Now, I'm sure a lot of stage hypnotists will be unhappy with me telling you this, but the truth is that the subject doesn't have to do anything they're being asked to do. So if that person doesn't want to cluck like a chicken, they could just not do it. Okay, so that makes sense, but why don't people just not do it then? So now you're probably thinking, yeah, that's all well and good, but why do those people actually do those things like cluck like a chicken? And the reason is because there are so many other factors at play. Factors such as knowing that they're in a stage show and maybe feeling compelled to make it a good show, maybe feeling the pressure from all those sets of eyes that are watching them on the stage. Now, the people that go up on the stage, they are often willing to put on a good show and make it fun for everyone watching. Also, the stage hypnotist is not going to choose anyone who doesn't look fun and good to work with. They also make sure that that person is hypnotizable or suggestible, which means, if we break it down, that they are more likely to go along with those suggestions offered more so than other people maybe if they were to go up on the stage. Next question, can I get stuck in hypnosis? Now this is a quick and easy one. No, you can't get stuck in hypnosis. For example, let's say you're having an online session and you have a power cut. The video call disconnects and you're in the middle of a hypnotherapy session. What would happen? Well, you'd remain deeply relaxed, and before long, you could open your eyes and come back to full awareness. As you are in complete control, you are able to open your eyes at any point. Next question, is hypnosis safe? Yes, hypnosis is safe when performed by a qualified professional hypnotherapist. Most people report feeling a deep sense of calm and relaxation, which are part of the intended outcomes, alongside the therapeutic aims that we're working on. Negative side effects are very rare and mild. Personally, the only things I have ever seen in my practice, which has been very rare even to see these things, are a slight dizziness and confusion. Other mild side effects which have been reported elsewhere include dizziness or lightheadedness. Now this can sometimes happen after a deep state of relaxation, similar to the feeling of waking up from a deep sleep. A mild headache. This is often a result of deep relaxation of muscle groups, particularly in the neck and shoulders. Drowsiness or fatigue. You may feel so relaxed that you want to rest or even have a short nap afterwards. Slight anxiety or confusion. In very rare cases, some people may feel a little bit disorientated for a few moments, especially if they are already feeling a bit anxious before the session begins. What's the difference between hypnotherapy and hypnosis? So hypnosis is the state, and hypnotherapy is the therapeutic application of that state. So basically, within a hypnotherapy session, we're using hypnosis as a tool, not for the whole session, but of course it makes up a considerable portion of it. Stage hypnosis uses the same state, hypnosis, but for a different reason. We're using it therapeutically to achieve your desired results, and they're using it for entertainment of the audience. And of course, because they're using it for the entertainment of the audience, they're often going to use certain ways of conducting the hypnosis process so it looks a little bit more spectacular on the stage, But without going into that too much in this video now, there are lots of ways to go into hypnosis, and those might differ slightly depending on whether someone's doing it for entertainment purposes or for therapeutic purposes like we are. It's important to know that hypnosis is not something that one person does to another. It's a collaborative process that both people must engage fully in. Therefore, someone cannot be hypnotized against their will. And this is, again, something that some people don't realize because maybe they've seen in films or read in books that someone has been hypnotized against their will, but of course we know that that is not possible. Is hypnotherapy scary? No, hypnosis nor hypnotherapy, neither of them are scary. Again, some people have this misconception because how it looks on the stage, but hypnosis itself is not scary at all. When you enter a trance state within hypnosis or some other way, you'll often notice that you become deeply relaxed. You'll probably feel the tension draining out of your muscles. Time may feel distorted. For example, a half-hour session may feel like just 5 minutes. You'll often feel a sense of peace, and your breathing will relax and feel more fluid. Your awareness will turn inward, and you'll focus less on external stimuli such as noises and your surroundings. Many people also feel a nice sense of floating and weightlessness. So as you can see, none of those things are scary. They're quite the opposite, very relaxing and enjoyable. Now I recommend, if you have the time, go back to the blog that this video is connected to and check out some of the other links, because those links will take you to other blogs and they're going to dive deeper into some of the topics we've discussed. So I really do recommend going and doing that if you want to find out more about those individual topics that we've talked about. Ready to take the next step? Ready to explore how hypnotherapy can help you to achieve lasting change? If so, go to my website where you can book your free, no obligation initial consultation with me. If you're not quite ready for a consultation, why not subscribe to my newsletter and receive free hypnotherapy soundtracks to ease anxiety and help you sleep at night. You'll also receive my monthly newsletter containing lots of free tips and useful information. And of course, no spam ever. You can find the link for the soundtracks underneath this video. Still have questions about hypnotherapy or my services? Find answers to common questions on my FAQ page. Again, find the link underneath this video in the description. Okay, that's it for this one. Thanks very much for watching. Thanks very much for listening. I hope you found it useful, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you and goodbye.